Have you ever been out shopping and you were looking at like a purse and it had a star on it, and then you went somewhere else and you were looking at a billboard and it had stars on it, and then later on that evening you were somewhere and then once again you saw something with stars on it? This is called synchronicity. So let's discuss this. Hello tribe, and welcome back to another video by Pan Society. I'm Cherie, and today we're going to be talking about synchronicity. Synchronicity is a term that was coined by Carl Jung, and it meant signs and symbols and things that that continually pop up and could represent synchronicity in your life and with the universe. So let's take this a step further. To define synchronicity, it's when you see something and then you see it again and then maybe see it again later on, and then maybe it'll actually appear to you. For instance, say you think about chocolate one day and you're like, oh, I'd love a piece of chocolate, and then later on you're out somewhere and then you're like, oh, that chocolate cupcake's like great, and then you're somewhere else and you're just like, oh, I should have got the chocolate ice cream, but you didn't. But then you get home and your sweetheart brings you home a box of chocolates. Like, that's synchronicity. There's something in the universe that's working to make sure you get this chocolate or bring this chocolate into your life. There are other things around synchronicity that could be divinatory, or maybe the universe pushing you in a certain direction, or telling you perhaps that you are on the right track or you're on the right path or something. There are little signs in your life that give you clues on if you're heading in the right direction or if you need to go in a different way. Personally, for me, the reason I bring this up is because it's been happening to me and it had me thinking a lot, and so I wanted to share a little bit of it. For me, it was bear. So sometimes we call it the stalker, like the stalker card, or like this is maybe a tarot card that keeps coming up, or something like it's a repetition in your life. So for me, it was a bear. The first time I noticed it was I was out cleaning out the front yard because I'm getting ready for gardening and stuff, and I come across a big pile of bear scat. And I'm like, did not know that we had a lot of bears in this area. And so it has me worried, for one, because we have chickens and we have honeybees. But neither of them have been disturbed. Like, nobody touched the honeybees, and we have trail cams on them, and same goes with the chickens. The only thing that tries to get in there are like raccoons and stuff. But other than that, this is the first evidence of a bear that we've had. So I'm like, all right, whatever, maybe it just came by to say hello and it's passing on through. Well, like a week or two later, I'm coming home one night, and the way I pull up my driveway, I drive up and then there's a curve to come around to the garage. As I'm coming around the curve, I think I see a bear run into the woods, and I'm like, that's maybe my bear. And then I'm a little excited and a little bit scared because now I feel like I've witnessed it. So I wasn't 100% that it was the bear, but it could have been. And so I'm like, all right, so now I need to start observing because something's happening here. And I don't take it as a sign from the universe yet, because now I'm in protective mode of my honeybees and my chickens. Like, I don't want anything bad to happen to them. So I talked to my husband about it, and we're like, we put more cams out, and and oddly enough, we didn't catch the bear on any of the cams on that side. So, but anyway, we put more cams out and we want to check on this bear. Well, a few weeks after that, I went on a trip to Egypt with some friends, and one of them was doing readings, like oracle cards, and the oracle card that I drew, I cannot remember, I think it was called Mother of Beasts or something like that, which is kind of fitting for me because I love animals. But in the card, one of the animals that jumped out at me the most was the woman was leaning back on a bear, like the bear was supporting her. And I loved this. Like, that's what it, like, at that moment it was like that, like, things happen in my head and magic, and I was like, oh, I get it now. This is what the universe has been trying to tell me this whole time. So I was like, yes, it's been pounding something in my head and I wasn't paying attention to this. So thank God it didn't get stronger than that and like destructive. So I had to reminisce on what this was meaning for me. So for me, I chose to focus on attributes of a bear. Like, what attributes does a bear have? For me, it's their strength. That card had the woman relying on the bear and taking comfort in its own, you know, and its protectiveness. They're very protective of their cubs. They are great foragers. They tend not to be destructive unless they're looking for food or protecting their young, or, you know, habitat destruction. So there was those attributes that I was looking at, because I'm wondering if the universe is telling me I need to adopt more of these attributes, or if I need to recognize them in others. So I'm still working on this. This is still a thing that's still working with me, but it had me thinking about it. And you know, there's been other times in my life where things like this have come up repeatedly, and I'm sure with everybody in the world that these things happen to as well, and including yourself. So I'm wondering, have you recently had any synchronicity things happening that made you feel like you were on the right path, or that you're heading in the right direction, or you needed to seek a bigger, like another puzzle piece to put it all together? If you have any experiences, comment down below and we can talk about it. I'd love to hear about it. But other than that, thank you for taking the time to watch this video, and I will see you next time in another pan video. Don't forget to comment, share, like, and subscribe.